Hello everybody and welcome back to another visual pattern challenge. Here is our pattern today. We've got bookshelves and here's shelf 1, shelf 2, shelf 3. Your challenge is to predict how many books there are going to be on shelf 4. If you can do that, how about shelf 43? And could you write an equation that could be used to predict the number of books on any shelf at all? So that's the challenge. If you'd like to accept it, pause the video and work it out. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So I've got 5 books here. I'm just going to try to mark that off in this one. So it looks like we added that much, another 6 books. Now let's try, here's the original 5, and then we added 6 more. So that's all of that is step 2. And it looks like we added 6 more books in shelf 3. So I think in shelf 4, I'm just going to add 6 more, and that would be 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 books in shelf 4. So I think shelf 4 is going to have 23 books. Let's take a moment to analyze these numbers. So I'm going to make a chart here with the step number or shelf number and the number of books in each shelf. So in shelf 1 we had 5. In shelf 2, we added 6 more, so that'd be 11. In shelf 3, we added 6 more, so that would be 17. And in step 4, we're saying 23. And then we can take the difference between each step to see how much it's changing by. So 11 minus 5 is 6, 17 minus 11 is 6, and 23 minus 17 is 6. And that probably didn't come as a surprise to you. You saw that we were adding 6 each time, so 6 is the rate of change or the difference between each step. When you get a constant, the same number in the differences, that means this is a linear equation. And we're going to use the equation for a line, or a linear pattern, and we're going to use the equation for a line, y equals mx plus b, to model that. The m, which is the slope of the line, is the rate of change from step to step, the rate of change of this pattern. So we're going to start with y equals 6x and see how it works. We don't know what the b is going to be yet. We're going to see how this works. So y equals 6 times, and in this case, the x is the shelf number, 6 times 1. If we did that, y equals 6 times 1, that would predict 6 books. Y equals 6 means 6 books, but we don't have 6 books. We have 5. So to make this work out, we'd have to subtract 1. So our value for b is actually a -1. And our equation is y equals 6x minus 1. Now you may want to test this. Let's try it in step 2 or shelf 2. So that would be 6 times shelf 2 minus 1. So that'd be 12 minus 1, and that's 11. Yeah. How about shelf 3? So 6 times shelf 3 minus 1. 6 times 3 is 18, minus 1 is 17. Yes, that's working out. So this equation looks good. And finally, then, to predict how many in step 43, we're just going to put 43 in for x, for the shelf number. So y equals 6 times 43 minus 1. So what is 6 times 43? Well, 6 times 40 would be 240, and 6 times 3 would be 18. So that's 258. And then we just subtract 1, and we get 257 books in shelf number 43. Well, how did that go for you? Did you see that this was going to be a linear pattern? Did you know that before you started working on it? Did you get 23? Did you get 257? Let me know. Thanks, everybody.